name is Elena, and the last place in the world that still felt like home was my father's old house. It wasn't fancy. The roof leaked during heavy rain. The kitchen tiles were cracked. The backyard fence leaned slightly to one side, but every corner held memories. Day dinners. Christmas mornings. Dad teaching me how to ride a bike in the driveway. When Mom died, that house became the only thing holding our small family together. Especially for Dad. He loved that house more than anything. Before he passed away, he used to sit on the porch every evening with a cup of coffee and say, "One day, this place will remind you who you are." I thought he meant emotionally. I didn't realize he meant something much. When Dad died, I was devastated. My older brother, Marcus, seemed strangely calm. The funeral, while I was still crying beside Dad's coffin, Marcus was already thinking about paperwork, taxes, and moving. I ignored it at first. Grief makes you overlook things. Until 3 weeks later, when I drove to Dad's house and found strangers moving furniture, I parked the car and ran toward the front door. The man carrying boxes looked confused when he saw me. "Can I help you?" "This is my father's house," I said. The man hesitated. We bought this property last week." My blood went cold. I immediately called Marcus. He answered, "Oh, yeah. I sold it." I couldn't breathe for a second. "What?" "Relax," he said. "The market was good. We got a great price." I shouted. "You sold Dad's house without telling me." He sighed like I was being dramatic. "It's just a house, Elena. Dad's gone. Vaughn. Vaughn." Those words hit harder than the betrayal. "I had no right," I whispered. "I had power of attorney before he died," Mark upped. "Everything was legal." Absolutely. I stood there staring at the house. Strangers carried out pieces of my good. And for the first time in my life, I truly needed my brother. That night, I sat in my bed surrounded by old photo albums and then my phone rang. It was Dad's lawyer, Bennett. "Your father asked me to contact you if the house was ever sold." Quickly after, he said carefully. My stomach tightened. "What do you mean?" "He anticipated conflict between your brother." I almost laughed bitterly. Of course he did. Dad knew Marcus better than anyone. Mr. Bennett asked me to come to his office this morning. When I arrived, he handed me a sealed envelope with my father's handwriting on it. It simply read, "Elena only." My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside was a letter. "Sweetheart. If Marcus sold the house without thinking twice, then he learned nothing from me. I know losing the house will hurt you. But I need you to understand something. The house was never the real inheritance." I frowned. Mr. Bennett placed another folder in front of me. Suddenly, everything changed. Inside the folder were documents for a private account. One I had never heard of. Dad had quietly invested money for over 20 years. Stocks, land shares, business partnerships. The account's total value was over $3.8 million. My heart nearly stopped. I looked at Mr. Bennett in shock. "Dad built this slowly," he explained. "And according to his will, it belongs entirely to you." I blinked repeatedly. "What about Marcus?" Mr. Bennett sighed. "Your father believed Marcus valued quick money much. He wanted to teach him the difference between wealth and wisdom." I understood. Dad knew Marcus would focus on the house. The obvious thing. The visible thing. And while Marcus rushed to sell memories for cash, Dad quietly left me something far more valuable. Security. Freedom. Future. There was one more thing. A final handwritten note from Dad. "Home is not walls and furniture. It's the people who protect your heart. Never beg someone to value what they were too kind to appreciate." I started crying immediately. Because even after death, Dad still knew what I needed to hear. He called me 2 days later. Excited. Arrogant. "You got your half of the house money yet?" he asked. Stayed quiet for a moment, and I said, "No." Silence. "What do you mean no?" "I mean there's no half." His tone changed. "What are you talking about?" I explained Dad's actual will. The conditions. The fact that Mark had only inherited the proceeds from the house, and nothing else. Silence. "Then you manipulated him." I laughed. "No," I replied. "Dad simply was both." His breathing became heavier. "Money should have been split." "Maybe," I'd quietly. "But you already took the only thing you cared about." And for the first time I realized greed had cost him everything. Months later, I visited the old neighborhood. The house looked different now. Fresh paint. New owners. And curtains. At first, it hurt. Then I remembered something important. Dad was never truly inside those walls. He was in the lessons he taught me, the kindness he showed me, the strength he put in me. The inheritance he left wasn't really money. It was understanding my own worth. And I barely speak now. Not because of money. Because betrayal changes relationship. As for me, I used part of Dad's investment fund to open a small community center in his name. A place where struggling families could find support, food, and guidance. Because that's what Dad would have wanted. Wealth sitting in silence. Love continuing forward. My brother sold Dad's house for money, never thinking Dad had already given me something more valuable.